Ruha Benjamin, and the reality of the new Jim Code. Have you ever looked at a brand new, cutting-edge piece of technology, such as an artificial intelligence program, a smartphone application, or a sophisticated computer algorithm, and assumed it was completely fair, neutral, and free from human prejudice? Most of us naturally tend to trust computers because we believe that machines only care about cold, hard data, numbers, and logic. We often tell ourselves that while human beings can be deeply biased, racist, or unfair, a computer program is entirely objective and will treat everyone exactly the same, regardless of their background, skin color, or identity. A brilliant, highly perceptive, and deeply compassionate sociologist and Princeton University professor named Ruha Benjamin looked closely at our rapidly advancing digital world and realized that this trust is a dangerous illusion. Through her groundbreaking research and her powerful concept called the New Jim Code, she reveals that modern technology is not a neutral tool. Instead, she shows that our everyday digital systems are quietly absorbing, speeding up, and deepening historical patterns of discrimination and racism, all while hiding behind a shiny, innocent veneer of scientific progress and objectivity. To fully understand what Ruha Benjamin is teaching us, we first need to break down the clever name she gave to this phenomenon. The phrase New Jim Code is a direct, deliberate nod to the historical Jim Crow laws in the United States, which were explicit, legal systems of racial segregation and discrimination that kept black citizens separate and unequal for generations. While those old laws were visible, public, and written down on paper, the New Jim Code operates in a completely different way. It hides inside complex mathematical formulas, lines of computer programming, and automated decision-making software. Ruha Benjamin defines the New Jim Code as the creation and use of new technologies that reflect and reproduce existing social inequalities, even though they are promoted and perceived by the public as more objective, fair, and progressive than the discriminatory human systems of the past. In simple terms, it means we are using high-tech tools to do the same old discriminatory work, making it much harder to spot and fight. One of the most vital principles of Ruha Benjamin's philosophy is the total dismantling of the myth of neutral technology. She reminds us that computer programs do not grow on trees, nor do they appear out of thin air. They are designed, coded, and built by real human beings who live in a world that is already deeply shaped by history, privilege, and inequality. When software engineers build an artificial intelligence tool, they must train it using massive amounts of data from the past. If that historical data is filled with societal biases, the machine will quickly learn those biases and treat them as absolute rules for the future. For example, if a predictive policing algorithm is fed past arrest records that reflect decades of over-policing in poor black and brown neighborhoods, the computer will predictably tell police officers to keep patrolling those exact same neighborhoods. The computer does not understand context or history. It simply creates a dangerous automated feedback loop that turns past injustices into future instructions, completely masking discrimination as scientific truth. Ruha Benjamin beautifully breaks down how the New Jim Code operates through several distinct dimensions, starting with what she calls engineered inequity. This happens when bias is explicitly or implicitly manufactured right into the design of a product. Think about automated facial recognition software used by law enforcement or smartphone cameras. Because these systems are often tested and developed by overwhelmingly white engineering teams using mostly light-skinned faces, the software frequently struggles to accurately identify individuals with darker skin tones. This is not just a minor, harmless technical glitch. In the real world, it means that a black person is significantly more likely to be falsely matched by a facial recognition camera to a criminal suspect profile, leading to wrongful detentions and traumatic police encounters. The technology claims to be a perfect, objective eyewitness, but its very engineering makes it biased. Another powerful dimension explored by Ruha Benjamin is default discrimination. This occurs when technological systems completely ignore social realities and structural divisions, thereby automatically replicating them. Consider the automated resume scanners used by major corporations to filter out job applicants. On the surface, using a computer to grade resumes seems incredibly fair because the machine does not see the applicant's face. However, if the algorithm is trained to look for candidates who mirror the company's past successful employees, it will naturally favor applicants from wealthy neighborhoods, prestigious schools, and specific cultural backgrounds, while automatically discarding qualified applicants with historically black names or unconventional paths. By treating a highly unequal playing field as if it were perfectly level by default, the technology reinforces the status quo while allowing corporations to proudly claim that their hiring process is completely impartial and metric-driven. Furthermore, Ruha Benjamin warns us against a deceptive trend she terms technological benevolence. This happens when tech companies design tools with the explicit, good intention of fixing a social problem, but the solution ultimately deepens surveillance and control over vulnerable communities. A prime example of this is the use of digital ankle monitors and electronic monitoring apps as an alternative to physical prisons. While this is framed as a compassionate, high-tech way to reduce prison overcrowding, it actually transforms the private homes and neighborhoods of marginalized individuals into automated, digital prisons. These tools extend the reach of punishment into daily life, allowing algorithms to constantly track, flag, and penalize individuals for minor disruptions, proving that using a digital band-aid to fix a deep social wound often just creates a brand new form of high-tech containment. Ultimately, Ruha Benjamin's critique of the new Jim Code is not a call to completely abandon technology or become afraid of the digital future. Instead, it is an urgent, deeply empowering call to action for collective solidarity, historical awareness, and democratic accountability. She challenges us to look beneath the shiny screens and corporate hype, to ask critical questions about who is designing these systems, who benefits from them, and who is being harmed by them. Her philosophy reminds us that automated efficiency should never take priority over human dignity, justice, and love. By equipping us with the sociological tools to decode tech promises with healthy skepticism, Ruha Benjamin invites designers, everyday citizens, and activists to work together to build a truly just future, coding equity, care, and genuine liberation into the very architecture of our modern world. Thank you so much for taking the time to read through this detailed article on sociology, digital ethics, and the vital concepts of Ruha Benjamin's new Jim Code. If you found this explanation clear, eye-opening, and deeply valuable for understanding how modern technology intersects with social justice, systemic racism, and human rights, please make sure to click the like button and subscribe to the channel right now. Your wonderful support means absolutely everything to us and directly helps us continue producing high-quality, deeply researched, and easy-to-understand educational content that simplifies complex academic theories for curious minds all across the world. Do not forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new video upload. And please feel free to share your own thoughts, questions, or personal experiences with algorithmic bias and digital privacy in the comments section below. We truly love reading your insightful perspectives and appreciate you being an active, incredible part of our growing digital community of learners.